Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Creating good jobs and growth matters.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, his current plan isn't creating any jobs, so my question is this. Exactly how many jobs will this $370 million create?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
The aeronautics industry across this country is responsible for thousands of strong middle-class jobs and multiple small businesses right across the country that are spin-offs from the high-quality manufacturing that goes on as Canada is a leader within aeronautics in the world. We will continue to believe in a strong future for our research and development in aeronautics, but also in a broad range of industries. That's why we're being thoughtful about how to create good middle-class jobs across the country in many different industries.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, wait a second. Can you please explain to us one last time how this makes any sense?
Creating good jobs and growth matters.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister said that he will, quote, continue to demonstrate the kind of openness and transparency Canadians expect. So let's see if there's even an ounce of truth in that statement, because I'm going to ask a very direct, straightforward question to the Prime Minister. Let's see if he answers. Has the Prime Minister met with the Ethics Commissioner on the current investigation that she's conducting? And if so, how many times?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
I appreciate once again the opportunity to rise in this House and to remind Canadians exactly what this government has been doing. This government has been responding to the very real challenges that Canadians are facing, and we will continue to advance and do that work. Historic investments on infrastructure to help provinces, territories and municipalities create the opportunities and growth that they would like to create. Working better with families with children through the Canada Child Benefit. When it comes to the member's question, the member knows very well that the Prime Minister will answer any questions that the Commissioner has. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I asked the Prime Minister a direct question, Mr. Speaker, and he refused to answer it. That kind of arrogant, condescending non-answer.
Why isn't the government talking about how to retain skilled labour? Why isn't the infrastructure minister talking about how to implement infrastructure funds and get construction workers back to work in Alberta? Why does this government treat Alberta like a fart in the room that nobody wants to talk about or acknowledge? That is where my constituents have been at with this government for over a year. And you know what? We're tired of it. We watched what happened. I watched what happened in Brexit. Oh, and by the way, constituents, as I'm giving this speech, there's Liberal members across the aisle that are laughing at me. Yeah. And they're laughing at you. Yeah. I watched what happened in Brexit. And
Point of order. The honourable member for Saanich Gulf Islands.
Interrupt my friend in her speech, but I heard her say a word that I know is distinctly unparliamentary, and I think she may want to withdraw it. The word was F-A-R-T.
The honourable member for Calgary Signal Hill.
Are you serious, Mr. Speaker? Like, is my colleague actually serious? I just gave an impassioned speech about supporting Alberta jobs, and that's what the leader of a political party stands up and has to say? No, I don't withdraw it.
The honourable member for Saanich Gulf Islands.
I have a lot to say about the content of my friend's speech. I am deeply concerned, as are all people in this place, for Canadians who are hurting.
Mr. Speaker, global refineries in my riding may move their operations and jobs elsewhere. 2 levels of carbon tax in Ontario will force these jobs to the U.S., but won't reduce their carbon footprint. This carbon tax has already killed plant expansions, causing them to be built in the U.S., and it will hurt small business. Why does the Environment Minister want to kill more jobs in Ontario?
The Honourable Minister of Environment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very pleased that through the leadership of the Ontario government, there is a price on pollution in Ontario. In fact, there's a price on pollution in provinces across the country. I was actually very pleased. I just tried a minivan made in Windsor, the first electric hybrid minivan. It will reduce emissions. It will cost less money for consumers, and it's creating good jobs in Canada. That's the innovation we want. That's future we want for our kids.